We are on to the 8th law of power. And this law states, make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. And this is a good one because you can look at it in the context of a sport. You can look at it in the context of a fight. You can look at it in the context of life. Like, it's always better for you to dictate the rules. It's always better for you to have a plan, to have a strategy, to not go in blindly. And when you have others coming to you, when you have others overextending, you get situations like when Conor McGregor fought Jose Aldo, and Aldo throws this big looping punch, and all McGregor does is step back and just go bink, and then fight's over. And it's, to this day, one of the coolest moments in UFC history. And it all just comes from him waiting to see his opponent overextend and taking advantage of that. And this is something that I always see myself doing in Jiu-Jitsu or kickboxing. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a passive fighter, but I would say I more often than not will just, exist, wait for somebody to make a mistake, and then capitalize. And I've literally, it's literally just the most entertaining thing because most people are aggressive. Most people, when they're in a combat situation, when they're in an argument, when they're just in life, like, they're always going to charge forward. And when they charge forward, there's usually a chink in their armor. They're rarely so powerful, so aggressive, so concise that there isn't a chink that you can just exploit and bink, you're in there and you got the victory. You secured whatever goal that you wanted to secure. And this is something that you really need to start applying to your life because so often we're arrogant, so often we're so confident, so often we're so bashful that we'll charge head first into a trap, we'll charge head first into a situation, and we don't know the situation. And that's why this is important for you to let someone else expose themselves, let someone else overextend their arms in your guard so you just break it with an arm bar. Like, you need to start thinking of your life in this way. You need to start using this to your benefit because when you give people the opportunity to mess up, that's giving you the leg up. That's giving you something that you can take advantage of. That's giving you something to attack. And this is not necessarily something that I think about on a daily basis, but I do think it is interesting to think of it in a sports context. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I've been studying for finals. I'm exhausted, but it's useful to think of it in a fighting context just because it's an easy analogy to see. Like, when somebody is putting all their force into my neck with their arm and they're in my guard, all I have to do is just move my hips and boom. Because their weight's so far forward, I can sweep them, I can arm bar them, I can triangle them, I can do whatever I want because they allowed themselves to be in that position. So next time that you see yourself up against somebody that's, just charging forward, just being aggressive, just being overconfident, start observing that circumstance and allow them to come to you. Allow them to make the mistake. Allow them to say the stupid comment that gets you that win in the argument, that gets you the leg up in that conversation. With that said, I'm going to be breaking down more and more laws soon. If you want to stick around on the channel, it's much appreciated. With that said, thanks so much for making it this far, and like and subscribe. Thanks.